LEGO Ninjago has been running for literally over 10 years at this point, and the theme is swiftly approaching its 15th anniversary. Over those years, there have been a number of standout sets, like the movie Destiny's Bounty, the Monastery of Spinjitzu, and the Temple of Airjitzu. But in this video, I want to shine a light on some of the most forgotten about Ninjago sets of all time. I've also brought in Ninjago expert DailyRoLord to discuss some of these sets later on in the video.
Hi everyone, my name is DailyRoLord. On my channel, I discuss all things Ninjago related, and I'm super excited to be here today to discuss some of these forgotten sets.
What's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam, and let's kick things off with set 2254, the Mountain Shrine, a set from 2011 that retailed for $20 and included 169 pieces. This set was a part of a really small group of Ninjago sets that actually included a spinner in a regular boxed set. This was one of two sets to include Kai DX and his spinner, and it actually included some spinner cards as well, which I loved collecting as a kid. The build fits the name of a mountain shrine, as it's a small rocky location build with some obstacles and training objects inbuilt to allow you to practice your Spinjitzu skills. I kind of think of this one as a Spinjitzu training pack, as it even includes a skeleton dummy. This one only had a shelf life of 5 months, which led to it disappearing really quickly and becoming mostly forgotten about as an original set from the pilot season of the show. Now let's jump forwards 7 years in time and head to 2018 with the Oni Titan. This set retailed for $50 and included 552 pieces with 4 minifigures. This one shows off the giant Oni Titan from the end of seasons 8 and 9, two of the best Ninjago seasons of all time. It includes Lloyd and Nia, the two ninja who stay back in Ninjago when the other 4 are in the realm of Oni and the Dragon, and then it also includes both the main antagonists from season 8 and 9, Lord Garmadon and Harumi. This set often gets forgotten as it's one of only 2 sets from season 9 to be set in the realm of Ninjago, with all the other sets featuring dragons or dragon hunter vehicles. The build is actually really unique on this one, and I think it captures the look of the Oni Titan itself really well. It looks super imposing but also kind of clunky, like it's just been resurrected out of stone from the ground, which is exactly what happens in the show. Now let's rewind the clock and look at a Skybound set. This is Jay's Elemental Dragon. This is based off of the NRG dragons that the ninja had access to in seasons 4, 5 and 6 before they just kind of completely forgot that they existed or something. Anyway, this set retailed for just $30 and included 350 pieces with 2.5 minifigures. You get Jay, however this one doesn't include an eye patch like the one that appears in Misfortune's Keep. You also get Sky Pirate Siren, who barely even appeared in the show, but probably the best minifigure here, well half a figure, is Monkey Wretch. I love how they still use that classic monkey mold for this guy, and it's kind of a throwback to the old pirate themes as they always used to have little monkeys in them too. In terms of why this set has been forgotten, it's mainly just because of the build for the dragon is pretty boring. It's quite small without actually having anything special to it. It's almost like they just quickly had to come up with a dragon set for a $30 price point and threw this one together. I much preferred the Raid Zeppelin, which was the far superior $30 set. The next set is from Day of the Departed, which is one of the worst pieces in Ninjago media in my opinion. Anyway, this is the Samurai X Cave. Typically, big Ninjago sets are really highly looked upon and sought after, but to me, this one just kind of flew under the radar and I don't really see anyone talking about it anymore. This one released in 2016 and retailed for $120 with 8 minifigures and 1,253 pieces. Having this one as a kid, I really did love playing with it. It was such a great home base and headquarters for the ninja. However, my main gripe with this set is it's extremely large, which is cool of course, but it made it pretty hard to display on my shelves, and it had a corner-like shaped design which you couldn't really take apart and rearrange it like a lot of other Ninjago sets. The Python minifigure is such a standout here though. He just looks so great, and it was awesome to get him in those white robes that he first wore in Rebooted. Anyway, this one just gets forgotten in my opinion, as a lot of larger Ninjago sets are often beautiful temples or picturesque locations, but this one, being a literal underground cave, I think is just a bit underrated. Just how like this channel is pretty underrated, as only 2% of our viewers are subscribed, so if you do enjoy this content, please subscribe. That's the #1 thing you can do to help out, and it's completely free. Now we have a bit of a 3-for-1. These are the Spinjitzu Burst sets. Releasing as the gimmick wave for the Master of the Mountain season, these 3 sets were focused on Kai, Lloyd and Cole, the featured ninja for the season. The idea behind these spinners were that they used an elastic band holding up 4 side pieces, which you'd place the ninja inside, and when spun, the 4 walls would collapse, creating an awesome burst of Spinjitzu. These were pretty cool, but probably one of the worst of the different gimmick style sets. I personally don't think any gimmick has ever reached the heights of the OG spinners, as they were so customizable and you could actually battle your friends with them. Anyway, the fact that only 3 of these were made leads to them being pretty forgotten, as we never got Spinjitzu burst figures for Jay, Nia or Zane, which makes the figures pretty forgettable too, as their designs aren't really anything better than the original NRG or Airjitsu figures.
From 2011, we have Knuckles ATV, another forgotten set from the very first Ninjago wave. This one was a limited edition release, so it was only available at LEGO stores and some specialty retailers. Unfortunately, the actual model here is pretty forgettable too. Having retailed for $25 and including 2 minifigures and 174 pieces, this set depicts a pretty large all-terrain vehicle for Knuckle to pilot. The set also included Kai DX with a spinner, again part of that small group of sets to include a spinner inside. I like the giant punch shooter in the center of the design, which would have been cool to try and aim at Kai as he spins around, but overall, this is just not a set from the original wave that I see anyone talk about today. And considering how there were so many amazing sets, I can see how this one gets a bit lost. The Titan Mech battle from Season 5 Possession is another set we've included on this list, and for one main reason. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, how can the Titan Mech be forgotten? We got an amazing legacy remake of it a few years ago. Well, it is a Titan Mech battle, and we actually want to focus on the amazing 4-armed Ghost Mech. This was the bigger of the 2 mechs in the set, and in my opinion, I really prefer the design of this one. Piloted by Bencha, this would include some translucent neon green arms, as well as 4 massive swords, 1 in each hand. I feel as though this one was forgotten because the set itself was remade, but it was missing such a crucial part. Seeing as we've had so many Ninja Mechs, I would have preferred a remake of this one rather than Zane's. But LEGO has said many times before that ninja-focused sets sell drastically better than villain-focused sets. So it's unfortunately very unlikely we see this mech return anytime soon. The last set we're going to take a look at is from Day of the Departed once again, and this is the Airjitsu Battlegrounds. This one was released in 2016 and sold for $60, including 5 minifigures and 666 pieces, with 2 Airjitsu flyers included. First of all, the price of this one is actually pretty great, considering it included 2 full Airjitsu sets in this one set, with an entire build too. The temple build is reminiscent of the original Spinjitzu Dojo with the main doors in the center, and then 2 side parts. However, this time the 2 side builds are pretty substantial actually. Interestingly enough, this set featured both Airjitsu Nia and Lloyd, so that you could complete the Airjitsu Ninja set from a year earlier. That's very rare in the case of Ninjago, to go back and complete a set of ninja suits a year later. What leads to the set being forgotten is that it seems almost more based on Possession than Day of the Departed, even though it was released in 2016. But more importantly, this set only had a shelf life of 6 months, giving it one of the smallest release windows of any Ninjago set ever.
So with that, those are 10 of the most forgotten Ninjago sets of all time. Let me know in the comments if you can think of any more sets that have been forgotten about, and a massive shout out to DailyRoLord for helping me out on this one. Daily's been a great friend of mine for a really long time, and it would be so much appreciated if you could check out his channel too. I'll see you in the next one.